So instead of relying on glue, sometimes it's not bad to use what they call negative volumes and leave a space on the back for a magnet. And there is no glue involved in this at all, not even for the magnets, okay? So let me put this down and show you. So without scratching my bed, even though the magnets are soft, you can see the magnet, just having enough to make sure. And I should have made the negative volume a little bit deeper because you can see a little bit of a gap, but it's not too bad. And the item, it's kind of hard to see. I'm just going to hold one part of it, holds together pretty well. So kind of a neat idea. You can have it as a whole piece, or you can put it on your fridge. So I can make a video if anyone leaves a comment and says they want to make a video on how I do this, I can easily do that. But so one thing to note is don't recommend making the negative volumes. I could really easily do this in Blender, okay? But let's say I have these magnets this time, but let's say they're out of stock and I need a smaller magnet or I want a bigger magnet. It makes it much harder to do print by print modifications when you do it in a CAD program or in Blender. I mean, I could teach you how to do it, but I don't see the need in complicating things more than they need to be when you can do it in Slicer. And also, there is no glue in this, okay? This is all held by friction. And when you get the size just right, and the nice thing about the slicer is that you can get the size just right. You don't really need to do anything. It just practically, I mean, it does take a lot of pressure to put these in because there's no glue. But yeah, there's no glue holding the magnet to the print. Okay, this is completely glueless. Okay, and I don't use, in case people get confused, I'm not using glue on my bed either. I print with PETG. This is a textured bed. It does not need glue. But yeah, so perfectly held together, and notice that when I take them apart, the magnets don't come out. So, I mean, you could add some super glue if you wanted to, but it's not needed. So definitely recommend doing this modification in the slicer. Again, why? Because you can modify it print to print, and if you want to make it bigger, you know, if you want to use a smaller magnet, you can just modify the negative volume to do a smaller magnet or bigger magnet. And it's super easy. If anyone needs a tutorial, just write a comment and I'll do it. All right.